are you doing? It's Mimi here today, and today's video is going to be something very exciting. This video has been requested for years, and finally I'm here to dedicate a whole video on how to help your hair grow longer faster. I've personally been growing out my hair for years now, and I've tried and tested so many different things, and today's video is actually going to be a really quick, really easy and simple tips that I've tried and tested and that really do work, because I've tried a million different things. Most of them didn't work, but only a few simple things now that I can look back and see the whole progression, the whole process of me growing out my hair. I can really see which things really did work and made a difference. So let's begin. I specifically for this video didn't wear my Luxy hair extensions because I wanted to show you my hair in its natural state. I'm just gonna raise myself just a little bit so you can see how long my hair is. I think it's about 17 inches right now. I just got a trim, so it's a bit shorter than it was, but it's honestly the longest I've ever had my hair. Hallelujah! Finally, and I'm really happy with the length. I'm gonna keep growing it even longer, and I'll be sharing with you all my experiences as I go along. But up to this day, tip number one that I can share with you that I think is one of the most effective things that I've been doing for my hair in the last few years to help grow it faster is getting regular mini trims. I know this sounds a bit counterintuitive, however, getting regular mini trims doesn't really cut off too much of your hair, and I'm talking about not like every 2-3 weeks, I'm talking about every 2-3 months, so it's not that regular, so it's only maybe 3-4 times a year. And when you're cutting your hair, you don't want to cut a few inches. Depending on how damaged the ends are, you want to go anywhere from ½ an inch to 1 inch. Whenever I'm in Toronto, I go to Toronto every few months, and I was just there, so I got my trim just recently, like a week ago, not even a week ago, it was just a few days ago. I go to my hairdresser and I literally tell her, just cut maximum of 1 inch, depending on how damaged my hair has gotten since the last time I've seen you. You can cut anywhere from ½ an inch to 1 inch, but not more. I know for a fact that a lot of my friends go to hairdressers and they tell them, you know, cut 1 inch, and they cut 2-3 inches or even more. With my hairdresser, I know that I can really trust her. So I think it's important to establish a relationship with a hairdresser that you can trust and you can go to regularly, again, every 2-3 months. And when you go to them, you just tell them, just trim just a little bit, a tiny bit. This is how it actually works. So when you trim your hair actually thinks it's wounded, so it actually promotes hair growth and it starts growing faster. That's why doing it regularly will help you grow your hair faster. Also, what it does, it keeps your ends looking healthier, so your hair overall looks beautiful and healthy and longer. Alright, tip number 2, and this is probably going to be your least favorite tip, and I know that's something that I still work on, is actually minimizing or avoiding all heat. This is really hard if you have frizzy, crazy hair like mine, so I still use heat. I blow dry my hair almost every time I wash it. I also stop using all flat irons. I barely ever use, you know, hair straighteners. Curlers I still use once in a while because obviously I have this channel and I want to show you guys different things to do with your hair. However, in day-to-day, I barely use curlers. I prefer to use, you know, heat-free ways to curl my hair, and there's also different videos where I showed you guys how to create heat-free curls and waves. You want to avoid heat because heat really dries the hair. When the hair is dry, it gets damaged and it starts splitting at the ends, and what it does in the end is you're gonna have to cut your hair because it's damaged and it's gonna prevent your hair from growing. If your hair is straight or if your hair is manageable without heat, I would definitely suggest trying to go a few months without heat. Just really go on this no heat thing and really try to avoid it at all costs. Also, what I do is I avoid overwashing my hair, and I would suggest you do the same, because overwashing your hair strips your hair of natural oils that are actually really beneficial for your hair and for the hair growth. So like I said before, I can actually go 3-4 days, sometimes even a week. I know it sounds a bit gross, but with my hair it's fine. The first few days I can wear it down, and then I just put it in different hairstyles, and I know that my hair is getting the nourishment from the oils and it's actually good for it, and then I avoid the extra hot styling from it as well. So once in a while, try to go a few days without washing your hair. It's really good for you, and definitely avoid washing it every single day. That's probably the worst thing you can do for your hair. Remember, even if your hair is fine, you can go at least 2 days without washing it. So the first day, wear it down. The second day, put in a braid or a ponytail or a bun. Do something fun with it, and then wash it on the 3rd day. Now, the next tip I want to talk to you about that will make your hair grow longer and healthier is hair supplements. There's many hair supplements out there. I'm actually going to talk to you about just 2 that I know have worked for me. The first one that I want to mention is hazelnut butter, and this is something I mentioned before in a video. I'm going to link it down below, so check it out. I use this hazelnut butter in my biotin hair shake. It's pretty amazing that this hazelnut butter contains a high dosage of hair biotin. As many of you may know, biotin is very beneficial for hair growth. You can get it, of course, in a supplement form, in a tablet, but personally I prefer to, you know, get it from the source, which is from vegetables or from nuts that actually contain the biotin. Now you can either eat regular hazelnuts, you want to eat a handful of them to get the biotin, or you can also buy a hazelnut butter. This one actually contains, I can tell you here, 170 grams contain 156% of your daily intake. Obviously you don't need that much, so you're not going to eat the whole thing in a day, but what you can do is, I would say 1 to 2 tablespoons a day of hazelnut butter will give you enough biotin that you need a day. So this is what I've been doing last year. I actually used to eat it all the time and I saw significant difference in my hair. Not only the length but also the thickness of the hair. My hair got a lot thicker and healthier. I've stopped it for a little while because, as you know, with us humans, when you do something and it works, you're like, oh, I don't really need to do it anymore. So I feel like I'm starting to do this again and I'm starting to see the results again because it's just amazing. It's so easy. Just include it in your daily intake. So you can add it to your shakes or smoothies, or you can just eat it, or what I used to do is also make pancakes with it. So yeah, that's one. Another 2 supplements that I would definitely recommend to help your hair grow longer and faster is iron, and I have it here because without iron your hair is going to be brittle, it's going to be breaking, it's just not going to be healthy. Especially if you're vegan or vegetarian and you don't get enough iron in your diet, you want to make sure you get some natural supplements. This is a natural formula. I actually get it in Canada, so I have to order it when I go there. I haven't been able to find it here in the UK, but to be honest I haven't really researched much, so I'm sure maybe it's sold on some websites. So yeah, this iron formula is very natural, it's very good, it doesn't cause constipation because a lot of iron supplements can cause that, and it's been working really great for me. In addition to iron, I also take folic acid. I don't have it with me because I finished the bottle and I don't have the bottle with me, but it pretty much what folic acid is, it's vitamin B9. You can get it as a whole group of B vitamins, or you can also get it on its own. Just go to a health food store or Whole Foods and you can get it there. Again, folic acid is very beneficial for hair growth, just like iron or biotin. All of these supplements will help nourish your body from the inside, which will help your hair grow longer and faster. Now, before I finish, I want to just mention one last tip, and it's drinking enough water. This is something that I've mentioned in millions of my videos before, but personally, because I still struggle with drinking enough water, I want to mention it one more time for myself and for you. Just getting enough water in your diet will make your hair look shiny, will help your scalp be healthy, and having a healthy scalp is what helps your hair grow faster and longer. So make sure you get enough water in your diet. Just remember, we are made of 70% water. So think about, if you don't get enough water, you're dehydrated. Your hair is gonna be brittle and it's gonna break, and it's gonna prevent you from being able to grow your hair longer and faster. In the meantime, what you can do is make the best of the hair you have right now. So really play around with it, have fun, do some funky hairstyles, side braids, ponytails, buns. I show you so many different ways to style your hair, and I know you're gonna say, well, you wear hair extensions in most of your videos. Yes, I do, because it just looks more dramatic with hair extensions. However, you can still create all of these hairstyles without the extensions. You might just not get as dramatic of an effect. Also, of course, you can add clip-in hair extensions while you're growing out your hair. That's what I've been doing for years, and even now that I have long hair, I still add clip-in hair extensions just because it's a fun way to have long hair instantly. The best part that it's safe to use, it's not damaging to your hair. You can clip it in your hair when you need it, clip it out of your hair, and not have to worry about anything else. That's really it for today, guys. These are my tried and tested tips and tricks on how I grew out my hair. Definitely give them a try. Let me know how it works for you. I'd love to hear your feedback. Also, if you have any tips on growing your hair longer and faster, I would love to learn from you. Definitely leave me a comment, share it down below. I'm sure everyone would love to read it as well. Thank you so much for tuning in. I love you guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye! I just actually just